Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 20th, 8 o'clock America, New York. To take on Trump, Jean Carroll wears luxurious layers. For her courtroom appearances in a second defamation trial, the writer donned a protective wardrobe of layered knits, button-ups, blazers and belted coats.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 20th, 8 o'clock America, New York. Rising defaults may give misleading picture on consumer health. Many credit measures are still being driven by the pandemic's effects on household finances.
Time. January 20th, 7:47 America, New York. Wisconsin Republicans introduce bill to ban abortions after 14 weeks of pregnancy. Madison, Wisconsin. Republicans who control the Wisconsin Assembly introduced a bill Friday that would call for a binding statewide referendum on whether abortion should be banned after 14 weeks of pregnancy.
The Independent.
January 20th, 7:39 America, New York. Watch live as Spaniards call for Gaza ceasefire in Madrid protest. Watch live as protesters gather in Madrid, Spain, to call for a Gaza ceasefire, as they mark 100 days since the start of a conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas.
Washington Post World.
January 20th, 7:33 America, New York. Succession creator Jesse Armstrong says there'll be no spin-offs. Armstrong also told the BBC that while Succession characters did reprehensible things, he didn't think of them as irredeemable.
Fox World News.
January 20th, 7:27 America, New York. Deadly fire at China dormitory kills 13 students. A deadly fire ripped through a school dormitory in central China Friday night, killing at least 13 students and injuring another, and authorities have launched an investigation.
Fox World News.
January 20th, 7:15 America, New York. European anger over deep-sea mining push despite urge for energy independence from China, Russia. Norway approved the measure in a bid to expand its energy operations as lawmakers seek to increase independence from foreign resources and investments.
RT World News.
January 20th, 7:09 America, New York. Cocaine found in Swedish parliament, media. Traces of the drug were discovered in bathrooms inside the Riksdag building in Stockholm. According to a local newspaper, traces of cocaine have been discovered during a narcotics analysis of bathrooms inside Sweden's parliament, according to a report by the Aftonbladet tabloid.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 20th, 7 o'clock America, New York. Pessolino, a Renaissance master, revealed, review, an overlooked Florentine no longer. London's National Gallery mounts a small but delightful show about the 15th-century painter who, in his work for the Medici and other leading families, encapsulated the best of his era's artistic achievements.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 20th, 7 o'clock America, New York. The Apollo Theater, a bastion of black culture, turns 90. Opening under its current name in the 1930s, the Harlem venue quickly became the center of African American music and performance in New York, jump-starting the careers of Ella Fitzgerald, Gladys Knight and other stars.
The Independent.
January 20th, 6:49 America, New York. Donald Trump calls Republican rival Nikki Haley birdbrain during New Hampshire rally. Donald Trump called his Republican rival Nikki Haley a birdbrain during a New Hampshire rally on Friday night, the 19th of January. Copyright RSBN, Getty.
The Independent.
January 20th, 6:40 America, New York. Father of Israeli hostage begins hunger strike outside Netanyahu's residence. Relatives of Israeli hostages gathered outside the private residence of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Caesarea on Saturday the 20th of January, demanding a deal to release those kidnapped by Hamas, after over 100 days of captivity in Gaza. Copyright AP.
New York Times World News.
January 20th, 6:31 America, New York. The debate over January. The seemingly trivial debate over the merits of winter offers an outlet for seasonal frustration.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 20th, 6:14 America, New York. Israel, Jordan clash over alleged attack on Gaza Field Hospital. The incident casts light on a lifeline offered by some Arab militaries in the devastated enclave.
New York Times World News.
January 20th, 6:12 America, New York. the growing private sector involvement in Canadian public healthcare systems. Ontario announced plans this week to further expand services offered through privately owned clinics under its health plan. Copyright Carlos Osorio, Reuters. The Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto,